With its large round protruding eyes surrounded by down, it looks like an owl wearing glasses. It goes by lovely names: tawny owl, barn owl, little owl. Unlike the owl, with which it shares its family, it lacks ear tufts, those small bundles of feathers resembling pointed ears, atop its head. Since its eyes are forward-facing rather than on the sides like other birds, daylight hurts it, forcing it to squint and partially, sometimes completely, close its eyelids, an attitude that gave rise to the expression, to roll one's eyes like an owl. Perched in trees, the owl adopts comical positions and gestures. It twists its head in all directions, tilts it, lowers it, raises it in a sort of ballet. Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, likened these attitudes to those of dancers. Occasionally, it clicks its beak, hisses, and hoots like cats. Great hunters of mice and small rodents, owls and hawks are nocturnal creatures that also appreciate hedgehogs, snakes, and frogs. In the witches' grimoires, one finds recipes inspired by the pharmacopoeia of healers and beneficial remedies that were already dispensed by mags in the 1st century of our era. The latter claimed that if one placed the heart and right foot of an owl on the left breast of a sleeping woman, she would confess all her secrets and answer any questions asked of her. If one slipped the same parts of the bird under her armpits, the dogs that approached her could no longer bark. Moreover, those who went into battle carrying an owl's heart fought valiantly. It was said that one could cure alcoholics of alcoholism by making them eat an armlet prepared with owl eggs. The owl's egg was also supposed to be a remedy for hair. Mags also promised to make the hair curl with the blood of a young owl. If the owl have a bad reputation, curiously they also symbolize wisdom and knowledge. For the ancient Franks, an owl sheltered in a dovecot announced good omens. Beware of anyone who dared to catch or kill it. They were immediately fined heavily. Great Prince and Grand Duke of the Infernal Empire with the face of an owl, Pruflas, who ruled over Babylon at the head of 26 legions, is a demon who responds to everything asked of him in an exaggerated manner. He causes disorder, conflicts, wars, and reduces the population to begging. The Pseudo-Monarchy of the Demons is a Latin treatise from the 16th century that inventories the infernal demons and classifies them according to their hierarchy and peculiarities, placing Pruflas in 4th position. This collection also provides a means to conjure demons. Hooting-cat, a strange nickname in France given to the tawny owl, and yet it is through observation that words and expressions evoking poetic images have entered language. The plumage of the owl gives them a particular appearance that makes them resemble cats. They sometimes click their beaks, hiss, and hoot like felines. Their cries are noisy. It is said that they hoot, hence the term owl. In popular language, solitary, sullen, or hideous people are called owls. In the Middle Ages, chahut meant wild dance, even the dance of witches around the devil. Who among us has not seen, at least in picture books, an owl fluttering in the halo of the moon or observing from a branch the witches going to the Sabbath? Since time immemorial, popular beliefs accuse nocturnal birds of being harbingers of ill omen. According to Pliny the Elder, knowledgeable about the magical recipes of the physicians and charlatans of his time, the presence of an owl presaged sterility. In the Middle Ages, it was not good to see an owl halt on the roofs of houses. The distress cries emitted by these birds in pursuit of prey and the sinister voices they made were dreaded as so many funereal omens that heralded death. The name of the owl served as an insult against Protestants in the 16th century, probably because of their nocturnal meetings. In those days, the barn owl was called the witch bird or bird of death because when it flew with its legs in the air, It was a sign of death for those who saw it. It inspired terror with its harsh and sinister cry, so much so that country dwellers often nailed an owl to the door of their barn to ward off evil and protect their dwelling.